And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. As we get set to see Josh Rosen command this offense, the number 10 pick in the 2018 draft.
56.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Love. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. And a peek now at the offense for Pittsburgh.
Out wide was the youngest player in the NFL in 2017, Juju Smith-Schuster. And he also had the longest reception in the league last season at 97 yards. Actually well-schooled in route running and able to run from both outside and moving inside to the slot position in order to make big plays.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down now, it's Love. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2. With your 6th-round pick, not many expect him to jump right in and contribute, but he's done a pretty nice job.
As a 6th-round pick, you'll come in and just work harder. That's part of what goes into it because you want to prove you should have been picked higher. But we've seen 6th-round picks come in and play very well in this league. He will have the same opportunity.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. He's able to find Hawkins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. From the gun, it's Rosen. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And now it's Rosen looking. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 8 yards out. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line.
On 1st and 10, Youngblood. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Check. You draw quarter. Get.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Youngblood. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Miami first down. That one going for a gain of 11. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance.
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. On 1st down, here's Love.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
These two teams all tied after 1. 2nd and 5 now. Rosen, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. And he comes back with one complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Rosen now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. This is Love. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, no matter how How they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it. 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
On second down, Love. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. And the Steelers on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Rosen to throw. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know? Maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
60 Pittsburgh.
On second down, Fitzpatrick, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage just come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
This will be caught at about the 5. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. On third down, here's Love. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona, and the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. On first down, Harden. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Ready?
Looking to throw on second down. Youngblood. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
11 more on that one, and another first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. From the gun, Youngblood. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. From a yard out. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now they go screen. It's complete. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. To throw again on second down. Rosen. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick? Please, thank you. All right, let's go. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On first down, Youngblood. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a man open down the middle of the field. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2nd and 6. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Harden. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. With those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On second down, it's Love, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's going to go for a big play. And got his man complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Rosen. This is complete to Hawkins. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action. It's Rosen looking deep downfield. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. In for the score as his guys are back within a single score. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Youngblood. Open man right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big play there for Miami. 45 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Fitzpatrick. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And, Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
2nd and 1. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, You're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Another try after the first down sack. Rosen. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Rosen looking to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Rosen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Love. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Rosen, nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
You see me out here?
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Two times.
They'll run on 1st down. Harden. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Youngblood. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
On 1st down, Fitzpatrick. A gain of 3, second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. I'm coming.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hawkins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go, baby.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Rosen on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Rosen will throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hawkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. From the red zone now, here's Rosen on 1st down. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. To throw is Rosen. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Dolphins are going to recover. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
X3, 218, chop it. Go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harden, he's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
And they take a knee. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. Good bounce-back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realized there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take